Everyone, Dave here, and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 build. In this build, I am building the Biologus Putrifier from the Death Guard, this vile heretic space marine. Now, what I will be doing is I'll be building and painting him on screen. As you can see, it is one model on the sprue there with the base. I will also do the painting of the base, show you how I do that as well. Give it all a good bit of the lore, and when the lore is done, the copyright-free music that is appropriate for this lovely beast. I will be showing you the painting, so I hope that you enjoy the video. Let's get this thing underway. Biologus Putrifiers. The great labour of the Death Guard is to spread Nurgle's Biologus gifts to every corner of real space. The Biologus Putrifiers have a vital role to play in this process, for it is they who refine the batches of disease slurry brewed by the foul Brightspawn and distill them to utmost potency. Biologus Putrifiers bear a uncanny mutation, lidless, milky eyes that glow like cliffs concealed beneath their flesh, known as opercusts. The gaze of these foul orbs can penetrate armor, flesh, and bone to perceive every nuance of an infection's spread throughout a living body. Putrifiers croak out their observations to scrying mentals and capting demonic scribes, filling tomes of moulding parchment with forbidden lore. Driven by an obsessive desire to test their plague batches to perfection, Biologus Putrifiers take a very active role in spreading disease upon the field of battle. From their backs dangle racks of bright grenades, churning the latest strains of noxious plagues to issue from the disease factories. Death's hand grip faltered slime, brittle glass, ambiotic scythes with bubbling fluid and potent glasses. With every movement, these flasks and vessels rattle and clank together, threatening to shatter and spill the noxious contents as the fury of battle rages around them. The Putrifiers urge their battle brother, Plague Marines, to pluck the bright grenades from the racks like spoiled fruit and fling them into the ranks of the foe. With each volley of herd obstinance, the epidemic spreads. The Biologus Putrifiers watch every nuance as it in slow motion through the opticons. Yet to simply observe is not their way. Samples must be extracted and tests must be run. This is when their injector pistols come into play. Striding into the midst of the most reeling foe, the Putrifiers pick out the most interesting entities to assail. Some look for the most resilient enemies upon which to field a battle. Others seek the most easily infected, the bravest, the swiftest, or whatever the exotic criteria they decide to test their subjects must display. With their victims selected, the Biologus Putrifiers strike. They fire their injector pistols into vital spots, such as exposed flesh, chinks in armor, and eyelashes, before squeezing a contained dose of foulness into the target's body. The results are rarely less than spectacular, but the victims are wrapped into explosive balls, liquefied into screaming sludges, vomiting bellowing clouds of flies, and countless other revolting and mercifully lethal syndromes. Those specimens whose death are particularly fascinating are placed within the injector pistol once again, this time to extract whatever cluttered foulness now passes for their bodies and blood, ready for later study. Those enemies who understand the threat of Biologus Putrifiers do everything in their power to kill them swiftly, yet even this may prove their undoing, for should a Putrifier be struck by significant firepower or a powerful enough blow, the attack is liable to rupture his racks of bright grenades, releasing their deadly contagions to a billowing cloud that slaughters any nearby who lack Nurgle's blessing. The disease factories of the plague planet are as bloated and corrupted as the beings that wander their halls. They are sprawling aberrations of gurgling pipes, blotted vats, belching smokestacks and rusted cages, crammed with test subjects and living ingredients, so vast that they are their masters. The foul bright spawn and the Biologus Putrifiers had divided them up into fragile nations, each ruled by the bright spawn's elder that fester at their heart. Million-strong mortal cults reside in these factories, scurrying to the bidding of their foul masters and worshipping the plague marines as demigods of Nurgle. Even as they slowly sicken and die, devoted to brewing the plague favoured by their ruling elders, these rag-clunked lunatics rarely engage in subterranean warfare, though the smog-wreathed passages and balloon chambers, much to the amusement of the Death Guard masters. is all built, painted and ready to go. This Biologus Putrifier from the Death Guard on his swamp base. Very lovely, disgusting being he is. I hope that you enjoyed this video as always. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Click any videos you want to see. And until the next time, this is Dave. Death to the false emperor!